Hello there. Welcome to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel Adelesi, also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to ask you to do something very important, and that's why I've called this Redirect Your Anger. Redirect your anger. It's very, very important for you to understand how to redirect your anger. You can be angry. In fact, even the Bible says, be angry, but do not sin, and do not let the sun come down on your anger. That's to tell you that we all can get angry, and in that moment of anger, there's something that we must do. The Bible already gave an instruction by saying, be angry, but do not sin. It says, be angry and do not let the sun come down on your anger. In other words, when you're angry, think. And when you're angry, don't be angry for too long. So that's why I'm coming to you today to ask you to redirect your anger. How do you not sin when you're angry as instructed by the scriptures? One of the ways you do not sin when you're angry is to redirect your anger. That's why you should have some hobbies, or you should have some other things that you can do, or there are things that you have planned out. For example, if you're driving and all of a sudden you become angry, maybe because you're driving with a loved one in your car, what do you do in that moment so that you don't get the two of you killed, or you don't get yourself killed? If you're at home and you're angry, what can you do in that moment so that you don't stay back in that house and do something that you will regret for the rest of your life, or do something that you may never leave to tell the story? What do you do? In that moment when you're angry, you must have some scenarios that help you redirect your anger. I saw a movie recently. A young lady was very angry, and you can tell it was obvious. Apart from knowing what had happened to her, if you look at her face, she was visibly angry. But what did she do? She went onto her keyboard and took out the anger on her keyboard. And as she was playing the keyboard and striking all the keys and striking, you can tell that it was the anger she was pouring out on the keys. Can you play the drums? Get to a place where you have a drum, or turn something else into a drum. Take out your anger on that drum. Can you actually look at something else? Maybe, for example, you're driving and you're with a loved one and you're very angry. Can you take a moment to park so that you can pour out the anger by yourself before you get back into that car, so that you don't experience a road rage? I remember the story of a couple as was told by a pastor. It was several years ago, and this man said he was very angry because of the things that the wife was saying, and he told the wife to keep quiet, and the wife wouldn't keep quiet. He kept telling or trying to make the wife keep quiet, but the wife just wouldn't keep quiet. In order to make the wife understand that she was talking too much, the man then looked at the nearest thing around him, which happened to be a standing fan. So he punched the fan, and as soon as he punched the fan broke into two. That was when the wife kept quiet. So the wife, seeing that a punch broke a fan, then understood how angry the man was. Thankfully, she was not the one that took the hit. I can't imagine what would have happened to her, taking a punch that broke a fan. I don't even want to imagine it. So one of the things you must also understand is that people will make you angry. In fact, the Bible says offenses will come. And if it says offenses will come, it means that there are some people, what they live for is to try to get you angry. What some people live for is to try to get you mad. And if there are people like that, then you've got to be ready for them. You've got to be mentally prepared for them, and you've got to have action plans ready for them. And that's why I'm telling you today to redirect your anger. If you're angry with a loved one, redirect it on some games, redirect it on some skills, redirect it by doing something that you love. Sometimes the energy may not be there, it may not be easy, but you've just got to find a way to redirect your anger. You've got to look for something that takes you out of that environment where you are constantly angry. That's how to redirect your anger. Sometimes I redirect my anger by walking away from whatever got me angry. And in some other cases, I redirect my anger by listening to some very inspiring and encouraging songs that lift my songs that lift my soul and calm me down. So it's very important to ask yourself, what exactly can I do when I'm angry so that I can redirect my anger or rechannel the anger? It's very, very important to note that you need to rechannel your anger, redirect your anger, so that you don't regret the consequences of your actions. If you don't learn to redirect your anger, I'm sorry, you'll be taking decisions that you should never take, and you may regret the consequences of your actions. I believe these will help you in your place of work. I'm certain that as you relate with other people, knowing how to redirect your anger is something that will be a vital tool. It will be pivotal to your success in life. So please do whatever you can to always walk away from your anger and take out the anger. Take out the anger on your bicycle if you have a bicycle. Take out the anger on your keyboard. Take out the anger on your guitar. Take out the anger by just ranting. Maybe go into a room. Turn on the camera of your phone. If you have a camcorder, turn on the camera. Just rant into the camera. I guess that might help you to pour out the anger. So you pour out the anger into camera, but don't pour out your anger on that person that got you angry, because you may regret it. And in order not to regret the consequences of your actions, in order to make sure that you are able to redirect your anger, you can redirect your anger to www.foladaniel.com. You can redirect your anger to my YouTube channel. Go to www.youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. I am sure that those videos will help you redirect your anger. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you once again for watching Living on Purpose.